What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So this is probably my number one asked question, is my drag pack setup. What do I run in the rear? And I did just get skinnies up front because, we're going to take Apollo to the next level. I got some other things on the way, should be arriving Monday. But before we go boost, like everyone else, I figured, you know what? It's all motor, car runs great, and let's see what we can get out of it. Let's dive deeper into a weight reduction and not actually killing the car drivability wise, and just see what we can get out of it, as reliable as it is, as smooth as it drives. But let's just take the extra step because I'm sure Apollo is going to end up getting a Gen 5 wobble. It's one of those things that it's going to have to happen eventually. So yeah, let's see what we can get out of it all motor. But let's start up in the front. I did get the new skinnies, check them out. So originally, when I wanted to go welds, I wanted the S77s. These are the S71s. They still look great. Running the Mickey Thompson up front, they are tubeless. They don't have like another tube in there. So these are the thick ones. These are the better ones with actually some good tread. Car sit's actually phenomenal, being that it's stock ride height. This is stock ride height for a performance pack 1 car, and my car also having magnetic ride. And that was another thing. People were asking, how did my car leap so good at the track? It looked like it just dead hooked and booked, which it pretty much did in a sense. It did spin from 3rd to 4th shift. I don't know why. It could have just been a weird spot on the track. Could have been a wet spot. And before we get into that, let's go over to the back. And also, I forgot to mention, for the front skinnies, I was told, and everyone I've seen, they run about 38 to 40 PSI cold. And then hot, it would obviously go up another 2 to 3 pounds. So that's the tire pressure for the front skinnies, because you do not want them to sink. You don't want less drag. And I can tell a difference driving with skinnies. I never thought it was going to be like an actual big thing. I never liked them. I never liked the idea, just too skinny. And if you hit the brakes too hard, could lock them up and stuff like that. So I don't know. Always was cautious about it, but here we are. Got them. That's what you got to do to get that extra 10th, And over to the back, we do have the S71s also. They are beadlocks, and yes, I know, I feel like I've gotten that video sent to me a million times of that one black guy saying if you have a 500 horsepower car, you do not need beadlocks. But let's just say the build is not finished yet, I can assure you that. So, and I only actually, crazy thing enough is I had to come off $100 for these. So after buying and flipping all the stuff that I usually do, I only came off $100 for these, and these are the tires that were on my old wheels. But I must say, after having the exact same tire or the rim with everything, my other ones were the same exact thing, but just not beadlocks. So when I would dig race the car, everything I found on the forums, everyone was saying lower them down. Some people were saying like 13, 14, 15 PSI. I was like, screw it, let's go 15 PSI. 15 PSI before the burnout. After the burnout, my tires got up to about 18 pounds, and that was right before I launched the car. And I do have urethane bushings. I have vertical links to help with the rear end sway. So on the other wheels that are non-beadlock, this thing would sway like crazy. And having a beadlock and having a firmer grip on the tire, guys, there is absolutely zero. When I tell you zero sway, my car has no sway. I can ride around on these. I can drive 3 hours on this exact wheel and tire setup and feel perfectly comfortable, have no problem. The only thing that would obviously scare me is the rain, but driving wise, 70, 80, 90 miles an hour, 120, whatever the case may be, car is perfectly smooth on the highway, which is crazy. And some people say it's not smooth for them, but I don't know. My car just works. Everything, knock on some freaking wood. It's a blessing. My car does have magnetic ride also, which is huge. When I put in track mode, I can feel the whole car soften up tremendously. So when I go to power brake the car, put the power down, start putting the power to the rear driveline, and go to launch the car, it just squats. And even all my cousins were surprised of how well the car launched, because S550s, some of them, they have to be truly, truly set up, and everyone goes Viking. Everyone does all the special suspension stuff they do. I don't even know. I didn't even have to really look into that, but all I know is people usually go Viking, and I haven't had to do that. I just did the urethane bushings, vertical links, and that is it for suspension-wise. I also do have a carbon fiber drive shaft, and I have like stiffening rails that go along the side. I forget the actual name of them, but they go along the side. They're like jacking rails almost, but I heard they help stiffen up the car because these cars do have a decent bit of flex. So they said that could also help a little bit. I don't know. Drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think on that. So that is my wheel and tire setup as of now. We plan on doing more power very, 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 very soon. I don't know. We're just going to have fun with it all motor. The car just runs too well. and too good. And you can see this is the stock ride height for the rear also. No lowering springs, no nothing on this car. This is bone stock ride height. Stock as can be. You can go over to the front. We'll show you guys the front. So adding these, they did drop a little bit. Apollo did nose down a good bit in the front, but I think the car looks freaking phenomenal. The way it sits, the way it rides, everything is absolutely perfect. We're gonna jump in the car and go for a ride. I do need to get some E85 for the car, and the clouds are looking kind of dark over there. A little sketch, but you know we're gonna send it. We're still gonna go with some E. Give you my driving thoughts. This would actually be like my second or third time driving the car with the skinnies. It's something to get used to. I can feel in the steering wheel, it is a whole lot lighter than before. Obviously cutting through the wind better, less drag, less weight. And you definitely notice that. The only thing that would like kind of worry me is having to correct the car at high speed if it did get squirrely. But I see them do it all the time. So I really don't think it'd be a problem as long as I like let out a bit. But I really don't think the car's going to get squirrely on the big end. It happened occasionally. Just all depends on the track conditions. But yeah, that is Apollo at the moment. We have something on the way for the interior. Just wait till you guys see that. This is probably going to be the nicest piece on my car. It wasn't cheap by all means, but it's going to help us a little bit weight reduction wise. And I thought about getting the front crash bar replaced to the BMR one, but everyone says if you crash the car, it's gonna crumble. The stock support is like 10 times better. So we're gonna have to pull the bumper off one of these days because I want to paint it black. Take a look in here. I don't know if y'all be able to see, but when we did this, I had surgery and I wasn't able to like see the car, the process. I was just gonna get the car when it's done, and I forgot to tell them paint that crash bar white. I never even knew it was white. I mean, you would think Ford would paint all of them black. I don't know why it would be white, but I never saw it with my being the other stock Gen 3 front bumper. So I got to pull this out, take the whole front end back off, and I have a lot of those the paint cans that we used to paint the calipers with. So I think I'm going to do that, or maybe just drop it off to get powder coated, so it's never going to have that problem. But my brakes are actually still holding up pretty well. Not too bad, no chips, no nothing really crazy at all. And much as I beat these, and these are brand new rotors and they already got heat spots all in them, this poor car gets absolutely dogged. But yeah, Apollo's been holding up pretty well, knock on some freaking wood. She's a soldier, and we got more racing to come. April 16th, if you guys want to come. A couple other people came last time. West Virginia, Berkeley Springs. It's literally right across the Maryland line. We're going to be drag racing Apollo. Going to try to get some other cars out there. There's going to be a lot of cars. And Apollo's going to be on full kill as pretty much as it's going to get all motor. I don't really think I have anything else left. Once I do the stuff to the interior, you guys are going to see that next week. So this will be the last time you guys see Apollo's interior. Pretty much premium spec. This is the last time. These premium seats are not going to go anywhere. I've had a million people hit me up asking if I want to sell them. They're not getting sold, but this seat's going to be removed. That seat's going to be removed, and we're taking all the stuff out of the rear, and we're going to be taking the sub out, which is not crazy hard, but we need to spice Apollo up just a little bit more, and everything counts when it comes to weight, so that will be also getting removed. Let good old Apollo warm up. I swear, this car was born with an attitude and starts up so aggressive. 12,155 miles on it, of nothing but pure molestation, and we're low on gas. 94 miles to E. E85 station's about 15-20 minutes away. Check out these new heat waves I got. Custom spec, absolutely freaking fire. I feel like a unit when I wear these. They're beast. So yeah, got the forged carbon steering wheel. Apollo's ready to be raced some more. Hopefully we're going to be doing a street car takeover. I definitely want to make a road trip to Florida. Once the Raptor gets here, throw it on the back of the Raptor, haul ass down to Florida, do some racing on the street, do some racing and at the tracks, because you know that's just awesome content all around. And I feel like Apollo's going to be ready. Once we do this other stuff, it's going to put Apollo to the next level, I think, weight-wise, and it should be able to keep up with some boosted cars a lot better, but we're going to see in due time, because I do have a couple boosted cars that do want to race. They're like 750 wheel, 800 wheel, and 253 and more wheel horsepower than my car, which is a big difference. But you know, A10 puts in substantial work, and we're gonna see what Apollo can do. This is the whole point. So something a little crazy. I did not. So when I went to put the wheels and tires on for the front, because they just came in like on Friday or Saturday, and I got them thrown on at the dealer. Have a guy there, does awesome work, put them on for me, and one of the wheels were calling for like 10 ounces of weights, which is a lot for a skinny. I mean, it's kind of a lot for any type of wheel, but they were going to pretty much cover up half the wheel. And he's like, I was not putting that amount of weights on them. So I did a little bit of digging, and some people do not run weights. And look at my steering wheel at 60 miles an hour. There's absolutely no shake. Legs are not touching it. Braking, not touching the car. Well, I'm starting to track, but no shaking, no vibration. It's weird. They have zero weight, zero on the front two wheels, which is kind of insane. Didn't make sense to me, and I was like, 1000% they're gonna shake, they're gonna vibrate. And other people were like, I don't know, some people have had luck without them. So here we are, no weights on my front wheels, and it drives. The fastest I've had it was probably $120 in Mexico. And I can say this, once I'm in the throttle hard, and then I get down to lower speed, car's fine. But if I'm trying to cruise at like 85, 90, yes, there is a little bit of shake, a little vibration. I don't know if that's just normal in general, these wheels. I know Mickey Thompson's are not very balanced the best. I've had that problem on the GTR with like doing the radials and stuff. They take forever to get balanced. But yeah, you guys can see taking this turn, 65 miles an hour. Steering wheel's planted. No vibration, no shake in the car. You guys can see the cross isn't really like moving crazy, so there's no shake. It's weird. I'm really surprised about it. Drop a comment if you guys ever had that happen, or you guys run skinnies and you don't run weights. I don't know. Never heard that, but I mean, I heard it a little bit, but like, I don't know. It's weird. So just got to the pump. The wind is absolutely insane. I hate the weather here. It's so bad. I just can't even really film outside. But E85 is not bad in price. It's $359. Super's way more. It's like $450 something, I think it is, or $447. But I think I was gonna tell y'all, once I get my Raptor, I think I'm gonna put it straight on E85. Go get it tuned, downpipe, and intercooler. And I want to try to get the record for the fastest 37 package Raptor. I don't know if there's one out there, or maybe Hennessy, someone did say Hennessy has a fast 37 package, but I don't know what they did to theirs. But I want to see if I could beat it. That's going to be one of the goals on the channel. See, we had a little more than a quarter of a tank, $33. Not bad, but I know it's going to hurt the gas mileage in the Raptor, especially being full E85, but we'll see once I get the truck. I'd rather run E anyway. It's so much cleaner, smells better, and it's just all around better for the truck and better for the vehicle and everything around. Okay, so I forgot to tell you all this. If your S550 or even S197, I don't even know, does your car make noises in the garage or wherever you park it, like when it's off, like completely off, not when you're getting in it, not when you're hitting unlock, I'm talking like dead silent. Like you walk in the garage or you're just in the garage doing shit and it makes noises, like it's just doing something. Like you hear computers and I hear clicking and I don't know what it is. I think my car might be a transformer. I am 99.9% positive, but this shit makes hella noises. It's like electronical noises, and it sounds like shit's moving, and then I'm looking and I'm hearing it and I'm like, what the hell is that? And mind you, the key's in the basement, like the key's far away, like it's nowhere close to the car. I'm not touching the car, I'm not doing anything. Just let me know if you guys had this happen, because it's been happening more regular, and it's kind of like, I don't know if I have like it's electrical something, I don't know. Never had it, never did that with my old S550. Only Apollo, I swear. So we just got back to the house, and I wanted to show you guys, I was not bluffing. There is absolutely zero weights on the front of Apollo's new front skinnies, and it looks great with the Brumbos in there. So if you have a Performance Pack 1 car, I might have mentioned this in the beginning, you need 18x5 to fit the big brakes. But if you do not have the big brakes, you have just a regular Mustang GT, and they're the little smaller calibers. They're a little smaller, just a hair. You can run, I think it was 17 by 4 is the next size down, which you can run. It was obviously less drag and a little smaller of a size, which would be better. But that is what you can do. But if you do have a Performance Pack 1 car, you will have to run that. And another thing, for the rear. So you guys see it's 17 by 10, 10 and a half, I believe. And the tire is an ET Street R. The tire size is a 305 45/17. You guys can see that right there. So if you wanted to go a bigger tire, obviously, you would have to do the small brake conversion. The smallest size or smallest rim you can fit on a performance pack car, regular Mustang GT is 17 inch. 17 inch is as small as you can go for wheel size in the rear. And you see some guys, they have a bigger tire. It's like the rims or the tire comes all the way down to here, and that would be a 15 inch. That's the 15 inch size rim, and it's a lot bigger. The reason they do that is so when they air down at the track, the tire is able to lay more surface on the ground, which has the ripple effect. Even my car, surprisingly enough, I was super shocked. There is a picture, if I can get it, and I'll throw it up here. The quality wasn't the best because I kind of clipped it out of the video. But when I was launching the car, the whole tire was pretty much rippled up, and I was surprised for the car being all motor and only making 500 wheel. It was pretty good. It hooked and booked and made it a perfect A to B pass, but having the beadlock helps tremendously because on the same track, same surface, and doing the same pass and not doing anything motor-wise, the car was exactly the same, and it was even on the same exact tire. I transferred the tire from the old wheels to these wheels, so it being exactly the same conditions, everything, and same tire pressure, I noticed the car had zero sway compared to the other wheels, and the other wheels were not beadlock, and these being beadlock. Granted, like I said before, car doesn't need beadlock right now, but yet again, the build is not done. We will have boost on Apollo one day. I can bet a lot of money on that. I would assure you there is going to be boost on Apollo. But, you know, it does help. I even notice a lot of the GTR guys, because the GTRs are known to sway, they pull so violently, and they have beadlocks in the front and rear. And I asked one of the guys, and he's like, yeah, the GTRs, it's just because of that. The beadlocks help with a lot of sway. And then I put two and two together, and sure enough, it makes a lot better difference. Because before, when it was swaying, I couldn't tell if it was spinning or swaying. It was literally like this. The ass end of the car was just tank slapping back and forth. And tire pressure was the same. That's what everyone recommended. And it was kind of crazy. It was weird, but I feel like the car makes a better pass on the beadlocks than it did on the other wheels. So that's just my opinion. Let me know if you guys experience the same thing. I highly recommend it. They're safer, better on the car, and I think they look fucking badass. Especially for the deal I got them for. You can't beat that. Alright guys, that is going to be a wrap for today's video. If you have any questions or comments, please hit me up on Instagram, Tyenstein410. It is the same as the YouTube channel, and I can help you guys out. Show me some wheels, send them over to me. I'll let you know if they'll fit your car or not. I've gotten better in a lot of stuff like that, so just shoot me a DM, follow me on Instagram, and make sure you guys subscribe. Turn that notification on so you guys get notified. And this is an honest request for y'all. If y'all have a Fox body, like Ricky, I want to take the bumper off and do what else I have to do. I've never really done crazy work to a Fox like this, cosmetically, and I don't know what I'm getting into. So I want to put the rear Cobra bumper on. It is a Cobra R factory bumper, and I'm going to be able to run the exhaust out the back, like nice, like straight back, you know, where they have the cutouts of the Cobra R bumper. If you guys have any experience on that, please shoot me a DM also for that, because I need a little help and guidance on that. And until next video, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.